impossible to separate the two from each other. Innovation breeds business. And since technology paves the way for it, it can be gathered here that the business needs technology to sustain. We want the same for our gem and jewelry industry too. Today's topic is very interesting. Role of technology, the new way of doing business. And we have interesting panel today that will provide the best insights to all of us. I would like to first introduce the panel to you. We have Mr. Yash Shah with us, representing Triologic Enterprises, which has been working closely with the jewelry industry since the past, using their ready-to-use product software. Coming from a family of jewelers, Yash started at a very early age and has made his software, where his funda is software made for the jewelers. His passion for technology and automation has enabled over 300 manufacturers, wholesalers, and retailers to use his software complete solution effectively to organize and market using mobile apps and to place orders and do collections through these kind of apps. Pradeep Kothari, our next retailer and panelist, owner of Karan Kothari Jewelers Nagpur, has 5 stores with an experience of 36 years. He is the founder member of GJC and also a ZCM at GJC. He has rebranded Nagpur in the jewelry industry. His technological approach has helped everyone from a rickshaw driver to a businessman access jewelry in Nagpur and purchase it. Harsh Arora ji, President, Global Solutions. He has an experience of more than 20 years. 10 years he has worked with Shaiju Gems, site holder as a CEO of the jewelry division, and 8+ years of experience with BVC Logistics, and is now the president of Global Solutions. He is also responsible for the entire P&L for domestic business. Our next panelist, Mr. Sancheti ji, named among GQ 50 most influential young Indians and a certified gemologist from the Gemological Institute of America, California, Mithun Sancheti, co-founder MD of CaratLane, has translated his passion for jewelry into making CaratLane India's leading omni business. Mithun has been facilitated as the next generation entrepreneur of the year by TIE in 2012, Entrepreneur of the Year by Confederation of Indian Industry Connect in 2014, Young Turk Award by Retail Jewelers Guild Award in 2015, and Masters Reinvention by London Business School. In 2016, Mithun added another feather to his cap with strategic investment from Titan Company Private Limited, owner of India's largest and most trusted jewelry brand. Coming from 5 generations of jewelry, CaratLane has 60 stores in the country with the best virtual app and a step ahead of experiencing jewelry. Today, he is charting the course that he believes will liberate jewelry buying and wearing for Indian women. He aims at achieving this by giving them the power to find and choose jewelry for themselves and buy it either online or either at home, experienced by walking into the CaratLane showroom. That's a Mithun for you. Our next panelist, Nirav Mehta, proprietor of Mehta Jewels by Jewelry, a firm, family business for the last 32 years, which is into manufacturing, creating jewelry, supplying in India, Dubai, Singapore. He's also added a very own brand of coins in silver and gold known as Passion Coins. It is specialized in customizing coins. And lately, his new venture has been Passion Fox Innovations, with exclusive creative innovation into field of interiors, fashion, and technology, which is going to help our industry also. Dhananjay Arora ji. Dhananjay Arora is the founder and CEO of India's leading digital agency, Webmaker. Dhananjay started the Webmaker journey in 1998. He has his offices in India, USA, Denmark, Botswana, and South Africa. With 20 years of experience, today Webmaker is in Mumbai, India's leading digital agency with specialization in websites, e-commerce, mobile apps, digital marketing. Webmaker has also ventured into AR, VR, blockchain technology, and video content in recent times and aims to keep evolving and provide their clients with a state-of-art IT and digital solutions. He is also director and runs an NGO with the name of Bhook.com that focuses on addressing the hunger problem in India. Webmaker aims as the leading digital agency in Mumbai, India, and grow globally. He believes that digital is the future development of India, and he wants to be seen amongst the top in the industry, making a difference in the years to come. And finally, our moderator himself, Prasad Kapraji. I would like to talk about him. Prasad Kapraji is the CEO and director of Tile Quotient Jewelry Private Limited, managing Being Human Jewelry with Salman Khan. Prasad began his career in German jewelry industry with De Beers in 1995. He was the first employee in the Indian team to take the challenge of marketing diamond to the Indian women. He introduced some of the most successful brands in Indian diamond jewelry industry, namely Nakshatra, Asmi, Arisya, Sangani, Anant, and more recently Being Human Jewelry in the mass segment. MBA in marketing, Prasad Bhai has an experience of over 30 years in marketing world. His 22 years of run in the German jewelry industry demonstrates his immense loyalty and tremendous passion for the industry. The testimony to this is that he has had a run, 3-year run as a co-chairman FICCI, Gems and Jewelry Sector, and today, having completed his tenure, he is an executive member at FICCI. The industry has immensely benefited from his wealth of knowledge and expertise. I hand over this entire panel to Prasad Bhai so that he can take this ahead and give a lot of knowledge that the industry needs, the actual things that we require to do in order to take our business ahead at this post-COVID times. Over to you. Thank you to all the panelists for being here. Over to you, Prasad Bhai.
Thank you so much, Sam, for that lovely introduction. Yeah, thank you so much. आज जो ये टॉपिक है रोल ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी which is सबसे पहला रीजन तो ये है कि जो हमारी are you able to hear me?
Yes, go on.
Hello.
It's not very clear. It's broken in the middle.
Is it better?
Yes.
Okay. So post-COVID, the basic difference, which is, as we call it, as the new normal, is going to be the online business. चाहे वो हमारे चाहे कोई भी करते हैं, अगर हम बात करते हैं कि हमें जितना ज्यादा लॉकडाउन या एक फिजिकल डिस्टेंस रखना है, तो getting into these showrooms, getting into any of retail outlets is going to be a secondary to in a consumer's mind, at least for the next 6 months for sure. Now, keeping that in mind, business तो हमें करना है, business तो चलना है, तो ये हमारे लिए online business is going to be the next big thing, जिसके लिए technology is going to play a vital role. The second bigger reason, which I personally feel is not just about COVID, but the fact remains that today 54% of our population is less than 30 years of age. That means अगले 25 साल जो हमारे clients हैं, वो अभी 54% हैं जो 30 साल से कम हैं. And when I say 30 साल से कम हैं, that means when I go 30 years back, that means India is very clearly divided between 1990, so pre-1990 and post-1990. तो इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि most of the buyers are born post-1990, who have been born in that era of computers, internet, iPads, television, media, the kind of exposure that they have, worldwide exposure. Internet and other media exposure. That's where the big difference is. and there I find it disconnect. तो सबसे बड़ा डिस्कनेक्ट तो टेक्नोलॉजी का ही है. तो आज इसलिए ये हमारे लिए बहुत जरूरी है जानना कि जो सारे सेलर्स हैं जो प्री 1990 बॉर्न हैं, how do we cope up with the technology, actually come to speed with those who are our future buyers, जो कि अपनी टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ ऑनलाइन बिजनेस करना जानते हैं, ई कॉमर्स करना जानते हैं, खरीदना जानते हैं, and that's the way they're going to work. So my first question actually maybe basically कोई भी अगर हमें कहना बड़ा आसान है कि टेक्नोलॉजी होनी चाहिए, ये सब कहने की बातें हैं, कहना बड़ा आसान होता है, लेकिन आई वुड लाइक टू अंडरस्टैंड कि what is the first fundamental of technology that we need in place for a manufacturer or a wholesaler or even to a retailer to upgrade himself to new technology. So कहाँ वो शुरुआत करे और कैसे ये आगे बढ़े वो? Yash, can you?
Sure. Sorry, your voice was cracking a bit. Thank you so much, for directing this question to me. I'm thankful for the entire panel and everyone who's joined in this particular session today. I hope I'm audible and clear enough. I'm going to hold my mic so that I'm very clear. Yeah. All right. So, as you said, most of our buyers are young and they are using the mobile technology. And what is that roadblock when we talk about technology and why does it really, scare people? तो सबसे पहला तो एक इम्पोर्टेंट चीज है कि टेक्नोलॉजी के अराउंड बहुत सारे मिथ्स है. ज्वेलरी इंडस्ट्री टेक्नोलॉजी स्किल savvy ना अभी है ना पहले था. Hopefully now in the future because of the COVID times we are intending और हम लोग का attention बहुत clearly चले गए how evolved are we in terms of technology. But there's a lot of myth in the industry when it comes to technology, and the most important myth is basically that हमारे पास accounting software है मतलब हम लोग technologically आगे है. Because that is the most basic form of technology which each and every person is using. I mean, we are talking about, everyone and anyone in the industry, let it be a basic management of accounts or let it be very detailed management of accounts. That's the first myth which a particular person has when it comes to technology. So firstly, ये जो myths है, these myths of technology is what kind of takes us one step back and we are not able to think from a broader perspective, which not only affects our future business, but even our existing operations are a little haphazard because of that. Now, as you directed this question, particularly, based on manufacturing, wholesale, and as well as retail, there are those three divisions of, our industry when we talk about. All the three different industry, all the three different verticals or, channels which we have in an industry have a very different myth or have a very different challenge when it comes to, the basic fundamentals which is required to adopt technology. To give you a very broad idea, as I said, everyone is doing accounts. But, talking about inventory management, again, the higher the brand goes, the better they are in terms of inventory management, but the lower you go, it keeps getting degrading lower. The inventory management is not exactly used by people that very much. So ये सब जो छोटे points है which is very important अगर every jeweler understands and breaks these myths. तो सबसे पहले तो when we start this whole topic of technology, we need to create an open mind here, और हमारा जो basic myths है for technology, that needs to be shattered. That technology is difficult, it is expensive, accounts है हमारे पास technology है, हमारा एक ही computer पे चलेगा, pen drive में चलेगा, cloud में नहीं जाना है, everything is now mobile. So you are talking about everything to be on mobile. You are doing every operation which you used to do on your computer the past 5 years, 10 years, whenever you used to do any operations. Now everything has gone on mobile. So those myths which we had for the industry, that needs to firstly break. Now, talking about the fundamentals which is required at the bottom level to adopt any technology, the first most important thing which we require is basically skill set in people. We need to invest in people where, the technology. So there are technological experts in the industry who've been doing great advancements, including technological advancement, whereas, even on ground level, how to use it, how to not use it, training of how exactly technology can help you grow your business. But the people which we have in our organizations at the moment, जो हमारा staff है, जो हमारा team है, जो हमारे पास लोग हैं at the moment जो ये technology को use करेंगे, जब तक वो evolved नहीं होंगे, जब तक वो अडॉप्ट नहीं होंगे टेक्नोलॉजी के ऊपर, तब तक यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू टेक अ लॉट ऑफ एडवांटेज ओवर टेक्नोलॉजी. नाउ टेक्नोलॉजी जो हम लोग बात करते हैं, वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट सॉफ्टवेयर्स, वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट एप्स, हम लोग वेबसाइट्स के बारे में बात करते हैं, हम लोग ये जितनी भी चीजें हैं टेक्निकली रिवॉल्व्स अराउंड डेटा. जितना डेटा आपका स्ट्रांग है, that is where you are using technology. So I'm talking on a very broader perspective here. I am not talking about precisely आपको A, B और C करना चाहिए. We're gonna come to that a little later, I hope. But just to clear the idea that ये जो basic fundamentals which we want to capture or safeguard or understand, the basic fundamentals which is required. Data travels right from purchasing a uniform for your security guard to buying the most expensive jewelry you ever purchased, and all of those decisions which is done in the company has some or the other data input which can be utilized for more and more analysis, so that you can take your business decisions strategically and not on a basis of hunch. The jewelry industry for the longest time is working on a hunch basis. मुझे ऐसा लगता है ये डिजाइन चलेगा, मुझे ऐसा लगता है आपको ये रिक्वायरमेंट है, सर कुछ रिक्वायरमेंट है. These are all hunch feelings which we are getting. The more amount of data we accumulate, these hunch feelings starts converting into numbers which can actually be realized or predicted, or it can be even right at most of the times, if not all the times. So the basic fundamental which I according to me, as per my experience and knowledge, would be that you need to start collecting data, and not here, in a technological medium where you can actionably do things with that data. Today, a seller knows exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, here I would like to bring in Dhananjay, and I would like to understand from his perspective again, because I am looking at a scenario जहाँ पे अगर मैं wholesaler हूँ या manufacturer हूँ, मेरे को टेक्नोलॉजी का एक डर लग बैठा हुआ है, और मुझे ये नहीं समझ में आ रहा कि एक तरफ मेरे को ये बात समझ में आ रही है कि मेरे को ऑनलाइन जाना है, वेबसाइट होनी चाहिए, ई कॉमर्स करना चाहिए, बट मैं शुरुआत कहाँ से करूं? तो क्या एक फंडामेंटल टेक्नोलॉजी मुझे रिक्वायरमेंट है? तो धनंजय, इफ यू कैन थ्रो सम लाइट.
श्योर, थैंक यू प्रसाद. सो मैं द होल सब्जेक्ट ओवर हियर इज कि हम टेक्नोलॉजी का कैसे यूज कर सकते हैं फॉर the jewelry industry, whether wholesalers, retailers, manufacturers. So what I will do is, we have over 400 participants here. Because we have over 400 participants, I understand that they come from a huge spectrum of different socio-economic backgrounds. Some might be very large retailers, manufacturers, some not so large. So as an introduction, I like to summarize in a nutshell in 2 minutes, in 5 minutes. Okay, so anyway, we started with Om, so that's a good thing. So my point being, I'd like to summarize for everyone, because there are a lot of people here, कि हम जब technology बात कर रहे हैं तो हम किसकी बात कर रहे हैं, So I'm going to try and oversimplify. So technology can be used by all stakeholders. It starts right from a basic software. Okay, अगर आप ज्वेलर हैं, whether आप मैन्युफैक्चरर हैं, होलसेलर हैं, रिटेलर हैं, आज like Yash said, technology is not about accounts. Obviously, in our business today, technology can be used in every department, right from, so if you're a manufacturer, right from sourcing to designing, there are jewelry designing softwares, to manufacturing, to softwares that help you dictate आपने कारीगर को क्या काम दिया है, to barcode generator, to barcode printing, to inventory management, to sales management, to managing inventory across stores if you have multiple stores, to customer data management, because that is also very important, to your accounts. So my point being, आज अगर आप मैन्युफैक्चरर हैं, रिटेलर हैं, ऑनलाइन आप सर्च कर सकते हैं. मैं कोई एक या दो स्पेसिफिक सॉफ्टवेयर की बात नहीं करूंगा, बट सॉफ्टवेयर आर अवेलेबल, जिसको आप अडेप्ट करेंगे तो आपका बिजनेस डेफिनेटली विल गेट मोर स्ट्रीमलाइन. आई थिंक आई अंडरस्टैंड व्हाई पीपल आर स्कैर्ड. पीपल आर रियली स्कैर्ड अबाउट टेक्नोलॉजी टुडे, बिकॉज दे फील कि अभी तक धंधा अच्छा चल रहा है, हम लोग इतने सालों से 4-5 जनरेशन से विदाउट कंप्यूटर, विदाउट इंटरनेट कर रहे हैं. टुडे ऑल्सो कोई गोल्ड टच फील करके ही लेने वाला है, बट दैट इज रियली चेंजिंग. तो आपका कोई भी साइज हो बिजनेस का, आप गूगल पे जा सकते हैं, सर्च कर सकते हैं, फ्रॉम बेसिक सॉफ्टवेयर टू फुल फ्लेजेड ERP सॉफ्टवेयर. लाइक आई सेड, यू कैन पूरा प्लानिंग, सोर्सिंग, डिजाइनिंग, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, कारीगर्स, इन्वेंट्री, सेल्स, कस्टमर डेटा, कस्टमर से कैसे इंटरेक्ट करना है, ये सब सॉफ्टवेयर पे मिल सकता है. एंड
धनंजय, एक्चुअली मैं यहाँ पे प्रदीप जी से पूछना चाहूंगा, बिकॉज दे हैव बीन यूजिंग द टेक्नोलॉजी फॉर क्वाइट सम टाइम, और वो एक रिटेलर हैं, तो ये शायद मेरे हिसाब से वो 2-3 साल से यूज कर रहे हैं, तो उन्हें ये स्टार्ट कैसे किया, मतलब व्हाट वाज योर स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट? प्रदीप जी, आप कुछ बताएंगे क्या टेक्नोलॉजी आपने कैसे?
टेक्नोलॉजी जो है ये हम लोग जो वर्किंग कर रहे हैं सिंस 2004 से, और हमने हर समय में जैसा समय के बदलाव आए हैं उस हिसाब से हमने टेक्नोलॉजी सर्च करी है. एक मैं उसका एक थोड़ा सा ब्रीफिंग देना चाहूँगा. एक जी ने जैसे बताया कि जैसे ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट होता है, क्लाउड होता है, स्टाफ इन्वॉल्वमेंट होता है, डेटा होता है. धनंजय ने बोला कि वर्चुअल भी कर सकते हैं, बाकी की भी वर्किंग कर सकते हैं, पर ये आप एक ऊपर के लेवल की बात कर रहे हैं. देखिए, कोई भी चीज पैराशूट से लैंड नहीं होती. यू हैव टू मेक अ ग्रास रूट. आपको टेक्निकल समझना है कि एक रिटेलर को क्या क्या चीजें फेस करनी पड़ती है. और रिटेलर मीन्स एक यदि 200 स्क्वायर फीट का है, 1000 स्क्वायर फीट का है, या उसके मल्टीपल स्टोर है, उन सब चीजों को अलग अलग एक टेक्नोलॉजी का यूज होता है. और मेरा कहना है कि आज यदि हम जैसे ही शोरूम में एंटर करते हैं तो हमारा स्टार्टिंग और एंडिंग टेक्नोलॉजी से होता है. जो सिंगल है वो है सॉफ्टवेयर. तो इस बारे में अभी तक के मैंने जितने भी माइंड पिक के किया है, तो मुझे ऐसा पता चल एक ध्यान में आया, मैं आपसे शेयर करना चाहूंगा. मे भी इस टॉपिक से थोड़ा अलग भी हो सकता है. जैसा इन्होंने कहा कि क्लाउड, इन्होंने कहा कि पर बेसिक चीज आपको समझनी है कि टेक्नोलॉजी 2 टाइप की है. एक है जो एक पैटर्न है और एक है अपडेट है. पैटर्न मीन्स एक एसक्यूएल था जो कि 2000 से ओरेकल आया, एसक्यूएल आया, और 2012-13 का इसका एक पीक टाइम था. और फिर एक कन्वर्शन एकदम स्ट्रेट आया. आप देखेंगे एक डेकेड बाद में पूरी टेक्नोलॉजी रिवाइड होती है. उससे क्या सपोर्ट होता है? हार्डवेयर होता है, सॉफ्टवेयर होता है, वर्किंग होती है, पैरामीटर होती है, और हमारी समय समय पे रिक्वायरमेंट. जैसे प्रसाद जी ने बताया कि 90s के जो जनरेशन है, जो कि एक एजुकेशन करके एक 20 और आगे जो बियॉन्ड हमारा एक सेपरेट टीम बनानी चाहिए, जो कि उसमें उसका एक सेपरेट बजट एलोकेट होना चाहिए. उसमें ओनर का इन्वॉल्वमेंट बहुत जरूरी है. और उसमें ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने हर प्रोडक्ट को इनिशिएटिव करने के लिए उस टीम को इंसेंटिव बेस करना चाहिए. देखिए, कोई भी स्टाफ हम स्टाफ को दे देते हैं, वो काम उतना ही करता है जितना उसको बोला जाता है, वो अपने मन से नहीं करता है. यदि वो चीज इंसेंटिव में आती है तो एक बहुत चीजें उसमें इन्वॉल्व होती है. अब मैं आता हूँ सॉफ्टवेयर पे. सॉफ्टवेयर में एसक्यूएल और क्लाउड. क्लाउड मीन्स ERP. देखिए, क्लाउड ERP बोलने से हर आदमी घबरा जाता है कि हमको ये चीज करनी पड़ेगी, ये चीज. जहां तक मैं समझता हूँ ये बहुत सॉफ्ट है. और मैं आपको बता देता हूँ 2 साल बाद में आपको सपोर्टिव हार्डवेयर भी नहीं मिलेंगे एसक्यूएल के. और एक चीज मैं आपको बताता हूँ, कोई भी एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में 100 भी होते हैं कंप्यूटर, 50 भी होते हैं, 10 भी होते हैं. आप एक समझिए, एक बिजनेसमैन है, आप हर जगह पैसा बचा सकते हैं. एक क्लाउड जो आज से 3 साल पहले 50 लाख से 20 लाख रुपए की कॉस्ट थी ERP की, आज वो रिड्यूस होके 5 लाख होगी. और मैं समझता हूँ आने वाले साल में 2-2.5 लाख में मिल जाएंगे, नंबर 1. और उससे बहुत अपग्रेडेड. दूसरी चीज होती है कि आप क्लाउड में जब लेते हैं तो आपको माइक्रोसॉफ्ट का लाइसेंस और बाकी के लाइसेंस लेने नहीं पड़ते. एक लाइसेंस की कॉस्ट होती है 30,000. यदि आप इंटू 10 कर लीजिए तो 3 लाख होते हैं. तो आपका क्लाउड तो आपने लिया और उसका तो आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट निकल गया. तीसरी चीज होती है कि आप जो भी डिजिटल फॉर्मेट यूज कर रहे हैं या ओमिनी चैनल यूज कर रहे हैं, आप सॉफ्टवेयर लेते हैं, उसके बाद में आप उसको ओमिनी चैनल से और हमारी वर्किंग को मैच करते हैं. आप आपकी नई जनरेशन को जोड़िए, उनको लाइए साथ में और उनको हैंड ओवर कीजिए. क्योंकि वो जो डेटा है, हमने 2G 3G देखा है, उन्होंने 4G 5G के ऊपर देखना है. तो ये जो चीजें हैं ये बहुत उनके कामिल के. और मैं ये समझता हूँ कि एक ट्रस्ट जो होता है, जो फियर रहता है, जो प्रसाद जी ने बोला कि जाना नहीं जाना कैसे होगा, तो ये यदि घर वाला मेंबर यदि कर रहा है तो उससे अच्छा कोई काम नहीं. और ये एक उसकी एंट्री होती है, पापा क्या आप पुराने तरीके से करते हैं? नहीं. अब वो आपके बाजू में बैठ के मोबाइल खेल रहा है या दूसरी एक्टिविटी कर रहा है. व्हाई शुड नॉट इन्वॉल्व इन ये क्योंकि उनमें विजन है वो चीज का है। आज आप ये समझिए कि आपकी बिटिया को, प्रसाद जी, आपके सन को, बिटिया को आप किसी को बोलिए कि मुझे ये चीज करनी है, फ्लाइट की टिकट बुक करनी, ये करनी है, आज ये ओमिनी चैनल है, वो बहुत एक्सपर्ट है। तो मेरा एक सजेशन है कि क्लाउड जो है एक मर्सिडीज है और एसक्यूएल जो है एक मारुति सुजुकी बोलो या ये है, आप उसमें 35% तक के भी यूज कर रहे हैं आप ओमिनी में। और जैसे ही आप क्लाउड में जाएंगे तो आप जो जो चीजें मांगेंगे, जो रिपोर्ट जिस तरीके से मांगेंगे, आपको पूरी चीजें फैसिलिटेट है। जैसे उन्होंने बताया, डेटा आप मोबाइल पे कर सकते हैं, सब चीजें। और यदि आपको अच्छी जी,
मैं यहाँ पे एक्चुअली मिथुन जी को लाना चाहूंगा। वो पिछले 6-7 सालों से टेक्नोलॉजी यूज कर रहे हैं। तो मेरा सवाल मिथुन जी से है कि आज की तारीख में व्हाट इज द टेक्नोलॉजी अवेलेबल। मतलब हमने एक तरफ तो कहा कि मेन we all have to introduce a lot in terms of the investments that we want to make, but we also need a team, which is fine. We'll all invest in the team also. और लेकिन सवाल ये वापस आता है कि आज हमारे पास ऐसी कौन सी टेक्नोलॉजी अवेलेबल है which can be my starting point. And since Mithun, you have been at it for last 7-8 years, we would like to hear it from you.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity, Prasad. Let me try and simplify it. Actually, I also lost technology listening to everybody right now. So there are, okay, एक तो आपका backend है, which is what people spoke about, ERP, and there are many products available in the market like Ornate and various others which can be used very easily, and उसमें कोई ज़्यादा दिमाग लगाने की जरूरत नहीं है। जो आप इन्वेंट्री फिजिकली कर रहे हो वो आप इन्वेंट्री उसमें टेक्नोलॉजी यूज करके you can do it through computer, so you have track of everything essentially. सेकेंड आपका है फ्रंट एंड। फ्रंट एंड मतलब जो आपको कस्टमर फेसिंग काम करना है और आपको उसके लिए टेक्नोलॉजी यूज करना है। जो लास्ट 2 महीने से हलचल चल रही है वो सारी हलचल इसलिए कि मैं कस्टमर कैसे ला सकता हूँ अपनी दुकान के अंदर, एंड सारी रोल ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी जनरली उसके बारे में बात हो रहा है। माय एक्सपर्टीज लाइज मोर इन दैट डायरेक्शन, सो आई विल प्रेफर टू स्पीक मोर अबाउट दैट पार्ट। अगर उसके लिए देयर आर प्लेटफॉर्म्स लाइक शॉपिफाई व्हिच आर वेरी सिंपल टू यूज एंड वेरी इजी टू बिल्ड योर ओन शॉप इंटरफेस ऑन टॉप ऑफ दैट। What people must not forget while using technology is that's not our business. Jewelry is our business, and the role of technology is to expand the jewelry business or reach I would say there are 3 steps in it. First step is to reach your own customer base more effectively. Second, reach another set of customer base which is like your existing customer base. And third, आपका business और बढ़ रहा है तो reach a larger set of customer base. But that is the sequence to follow. ये नहीं कि आपने कल वेबसाइट खोल लिया और बाद में परसों जाकर के गूगल में एडवर्टाइज करना चालू कर दिया। That is a recipe for disaster. If people start to do that part of it, they don't find success in it, and then come back. मैंने भी वेबसाइट खोली थी 2 साल पहले, 3 साल पहले, कुछ हुआ नहीं, मेरे बेटे ने मेरा सारा पैसा खो दिया, and all of that conversation happens every single day as well. So one has to be very clear about your lowest success is to go after the existing customers. Next, जब आप सीख जाओ कि उसको कैसे ऑपरेट करना है and everything else, then go after lookalike customers कि उस जैसे और आपके सिटी में और कौन कस्टमर है, और तीसरा फिर बाद में expand your customer base. That is the simple way of, or I could explain to you of how one has to go about this.
In fact, I'll come back to you because I want to understand the role of marketing as well.
Sure.
But just to throw some light on the current technology available, Yash, can you elaborate on this? कि अगर मुझे आज अपना बिजनेस ऑनलाइन शुरू करना है तो व्हाट इज माय स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट विद टेक्नोलॉजी? अभी क्या मेरे पास अवेलेबल है, क्या ऑप्शंस हैं?
जैसे हम लोगों ने अभी बात किया, we are talking about manufacturers, wholesalers and retailers. These 3 spectrums is what we are talking about. As a manufacturer and a wholesaler, his customers are reluctant to, sit on a computer, look at all the computer oriented technology. So the web interface which we always have been relying on has been a little not exactly useful when it comes to the manufacturer and the wholesalers. When जब उनको अपना products उनके customers को दिखाना रहता है, इधर एक general mindset barrier है कि because WhatsApp इतना ज़्यादा use किया जाता है for doing selections and doing ordering as well. Everything has come to mobile, as I just थोड़ा time पहले मैंने बताया कि everything has come to mobile. So there are a lot of app technologies available at the moment जो which will be branded in 100% your name. So it gives you a brand, आपका खुद का brand का applications आप बना के App Store, Play Store पे upload कर सकते हो. And as Mithun rightly said, it goes in the three-step approach. First, by creating an application, you can service your existing customers so that they can, if they are not able to, like in the current situation of COVID, they are not able to interact and look at you, not able to visit you in exhibitions, not able to meet you, personally. जैसे इतनी बार इतने सालों से चल रहा था, उनका interaction आपके साथ फिर भी active रहेगा because you have made a place of your name in their phones by getting your own application onto the App Store, Play Store, and securing a place in that customer's device. Now, when you talk, जब ये mobile application की बात आती है, तब data हम लोग, as I said, data हम लोग customers को दिखा रहे हैं, products हम लोग direct customers को दिखा रहे हैं. This is one of the most recent technologies, it's not the recent technology according to me, but it's a good technology to adopt, by the jewelry industry at this particular moment. Second is the people who are rich on inventory. The people who जिनका inventory oriented selling होता है, जहाँ पे मेरे पास जो product है वो मुझे मेरे customers को दिखाना है. As we just discussed about a lot of the back end operations, जहाँ पे हमने inventory management की बात की, या the lower level of back end operations which we do. ये back end operations और जो ये front end operations जब एक दूसरे से link होगा, तब offline online sales का एक push मिलेगा. तो you need to look into technologies जो ये online offline के अंदर आपका आधा time waste ना करे, because आपका back end operations and the front end operations needs to be seamlessly in sync with each other, so that भले आपने offline sale किया हो या online sale किया हो, you don't have manual effort in handling your inventory. And third, as I said, inventory. जब आपका back end inventory आपके front end inventory पे live दिख रहा है, that's where the biggest advantage comes in for your inventory sellers, जिनके order based designing नहीं है, जिनका inventory आपको technically inventory के products आपको customers को दिखाना है. Now, the most recent development, because of the whole explosion of video calling like the way we are in right now, okay, is the way to do video calling with your customers. When we are talking about having our own applications, we have a lot of control over the environment. There's a lot of control over what हम लोग को कितना दिखाना है, कितना नहीं दिखाना है, वगैरह वगैरह. या बट उसमें एक और कंट्रोल आ जाता है कि हम लोग हमारा डिजाइन का सीक्रेसी एक तरह से प्रोटेक्ट कर सकते हैं, सेव ऑप्शंस हटा सकते हैं, प्रिंट ऑप्शंस हटा सकते हैं, प्रिंट स्क्रीन्स को ब्लॉक कर सकते हैं. तो दिस एक आपको एक ओवरेज एक कंपैरेटिवली डिजाइन सीक्रेसी या डिजाइन कॉपी नहीं हो जाए, उसके लिए एक सेफगार्ड मिलता है. So video calling is one of the best ways in which आप आपका इन्वेंट्री को कस्टमर को दिखा सकते हो. But as we are using any of the public channels of of video calling, let it be Zoom or Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, Cisco's, WebEx or anything of that sort, ये जब enterprise level पे use किया जाता है, तो these all facilities are important to have. So that's where there are solutions available where आपके खुद के app के अंदर you can have video calling facility, where you are controlling that your people are not going to take screenshots, people are not going to just save your image or record the screen and आपका design copy नहीं कर ले. So
basic जो अभी apps available हैं, you are saying that can be adapted to your business, to play the enterprise role. Maybe Dhananjay, you can throw some light on this. What are the solutions available? कि अगर मैं अपना B2B level पे करना चाहता हूँ या B2B, क्योंकि आज अब मैं मेरे अपने खुद के sales staff तो भेज नहीं सकता सब जगह. So I have to still ensure that the business happens. तो आप क्या suggest करेंगे? How can I start?
Sure, it's actually very simple. Again, I'll simplify it. हम लोग ने ये हमारे बहुत सारे ज्वेलरी क्लाइंट्स के लिए किया है, B2B वालों के लिए भी, B2C वालों के लिए भी. सो एज फार एज B2B वाले हैं, उनकी हम लोग ने वेबसाइट्स बनाई हैं या एप्स बनाए हैं या दोनों, बिकॉज मैंने ये भी देखा है, स्पेशली द स्मॉलर ज्वेलर्स, दे आल्सो वेरी.
बट ये नया बनाने में कितना टाइम लग जाता है, क्योंकि मेरे पास आज कुछ नहीं है.
मैं उसी पे आ रहा हूँ. सो they are all very worried and they are all very cost conscious. So you can today make a website in a very short period of time. I'm talking about as little as 15 days to 1 month, and you can start putting all your products there. जहाँ तक B2B वाले हैं, within the website. And another thing, people always worry कि मैं वेबसाइट बनाऊंगा, मेरे सब डिजाइन्स कॉपी कर लेंगे. नहीं, आपके जैसे यश भी बोल रहा था, जैसे मिथुन भी बोल रहे थे, आपके कस्टमर्स को आप सिर्फ बोलिए, क्योंकि आप मेरे दुकान में नहीं आ सकते हो, ये लो मेरी वेबसाइट या मेरी ऐप, जाइए मैं आपको लॉगिन पासवर्ड देता हूँ. आपने जिनको ट्रस्ट करते हो उनको लॉगिन पासवर्ड दिया है, वो लॉगिन पासवर्ड जाएंगे, then they can see your entire stock and your entire inventory. उल्टा there you will have greater impact because आपके पास और रिपोर्टिंग होएगा. आपकी वेबसाइट पे अगर आपके कस्टमर लॉगिन करते हैं, आप देख सकते हो कौन से कस्टमर्स लॉगिन कर रहे हैं, कितना टाइम लॉगिन कर रहे हैं, कौन से प्रोडक्ट्स को देख रहे हैं, और वहां से वो डायरेक्टली आपको इंक्वायरीज भेज सकते हैं. दूसरा है B2B के लिए, लाइक अगेन यश वाज सेइंग, हम लोग ने ये हमारे क्लाइंट्स के लिए भी किया है कि ऐप के अंदर ही तुम्हारा 1-to-1 वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग है. and that video conferencing can also be stored for history in case you want to go back to it and see, अरे मेरी मीटिंग हुई थी तो मीटिंग में डिस्कस क्या हुआ था. So all of this can be within your website, within your app, in a secure login password driven way. So that is from a B2B angle कि आप easily कर सकते हो. तो COVID, no COVID, distance doesn't matter anymore. You know कि आप बड़ौदा में बैठे हो या सूरत में बैठे हो, आपका क्लाइंट कलकत्ता में है या बॉम्बे में है, you do it online, you do it real time, and real time you can keep updating your collection. आज अगर कोई बंदा बॉम्बे सूरत से बॉम्बे आ रहा है अपना माल दिखाने, there's only so much he can carry and there's so much risk, whether it's on in insurance and there's so much cost. Online वो आपको अभी अडेप्ट करना ही पड़ेगा. आपकी इन्वेंट्री का रिस्क भी नहीं है, आपको ट्रैवल भी नहीं करना है, एंड यू कैन एड्रेस. सो वो B2B के लिए है, पासवर्ड ड्रिवन है, सो इट्स सिक्योर. एंड फ्रॉम B2C साइड, अगेन सेटिंग अप एन ई-कॉमर्स साइट टुडे इज रियली सिंपल. आई विल आल्सो एडवाइस जिसको भी रिटेल में है ई-कॉमर्स करना है, देयर आर टू मेन रूट्स. वन इज अ मार्केटप्लेस रूट एंड सेकंड इज योर ओन brand website. So first, go on to marketplace. If you don't want to invest too much, go to the Amazons and the likes. आप अपना प्रोडक्ट उधर डालो, और उधर स्पेशली फॉर अ स्मॉलर ब्रांड आपको ज्यादा माइलेज मिलेगा. बिकॉज अगर आप एक छोटे ब्रांड हो, नॉट इफ यू आर तनिष्क एंड कल्याण, अगर आप छोटे ब्रांड हो, देयर इज ओनली सो मच मार्केटिंग बजट यू हैव. कोई आपकी साइट पे आने ही नहीं वाला है. पहले आप मार्केट प्लेस पे जाइए, वहां पे बेचना शुरू कीजिए. वहां पे आपको जीरो कॉस्ट है, मतलब आप कमीशन देंगे बट आपका कॉस्ट हार्डली है. एंड साइमल्टेनियसली जब आप मार्केट प्लेस पे बेचते हैं, अपनी ब्रांड वेबसाइट बनाओ. बिकॉज मार्केट प्लेस में अमेजोन में या किधर आपको माइलेज जब मिल रहा है, ब्रांड पॉपुलर हो रहा है, तब जब लोग गूगल वापस करेंगे आपकी साइट पे भी आ पाएंगे. So essentially, yes, do B2B websites and apps, use marketplaces. So this is, you know, in a nutshell, how businesses, both B2B and B2C, need to use. And just one more time, I'll reiterate the myth that it's a very long drawn or a very expensive exercise. It's neither very long drawn, it's not very expensive. Maximum, if you're putting up your own e-commerce site, it's a couple of lakhs you need to spend.
That's really heartening to know कि first of all it's not long drawn. तो मतलब अभी जब तक मेरी अगर दुकान नहीं खुली, ऑफिसेज नहीं खुले जिन सिटीज में, तो at least I can use this time to develop all this so that I'm ready the moment मेरा ऑफिस खुल जाए, ताकि मैं ये कर सकूं, और ज्यादा एक्सपेंसिव भी नहीं है.
One last point just to highlight, there are 3 brands. Jewelry brand नहीं है, एक high-end watch brand है, and there are 3 other brands. Just एक example दे रहा हूँ, Palladium Mall में, जिनका ये लॉकडाउन के अंदर हमने ई-कॉमर्स साइट बना दिया, बिकॉज उनको मालूम है हमारा मॉल तो बंद है.
बिल्कुल.
और जब मॉल खुलेगा भी, when will people really start getting out?
Correct.
So literally in these 2 months we made e-commerce website for 3 brands who are in Palladium because they realized अभी ये तो करना ही है रिटेल के.
बिल्कुल. ओके नीरव, आपसे मैं एक्चुअली जानना चाहूंगा कि ये जो व्हाट इज द रोल ऑफ अ गुड, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वेबसाइट, बिकॉज दैट इज क्रिटिकल, और उसके साथ जो प्रेजेंस इन सोशल मीडिया या ऑनलाइन सेलिंग जो होता है, वो हाउ इफेक्टिवली इट कैन बी डन एंड हाउ कैन इट हेल्प टू इकोनॉमाइज द बिजनेस. तो आपका इसके बारे में क्या राय रहेगी?
Yes. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for the opportunity, Prasad sir. Whatever I speak is going to be my view. You can take it and not personally, but it's just my suggestion and my views towards the word technology. अब ये word मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ा है, technology. You know, ये काफी लोग जो है इंडस्ट्री में, इनको ये चीज का नॉलेज ही नहीं है, लेकिन अभी एक नेसेसिटी बन गया है. So मैंने ये वर्ड को थोड़ा सिंप्लीफाई कर दिया है. Technology is not just the use of software. It is a technique to be used logically. You know, so टेक्निक तो आप सबके पास है, नहीं सॉरी, टेक्निक आप सबके पास नहीं है, बट लॉजिक तो सबके पास है, क्योंकि आप इतने सालों से बिजनेस कर रहे हो और आप लोग सब सक्सेसफुल हो. तो अभी लॉजिक तो है, मेरे को पता है कि मेरे को प्रॉफिट कैसे करना है, लेकिन जो पहले रास्ता चल रहा था वो बंद हो गया. तो नाउ लेट्स मिक्स दिस थिंग कि जो टेक्निक हमारे एक्सपर्ट्स के पास अवेलेबल है या मार्केट में अवेलेबल है, तो उसको आप अपनाइए, अपने लॉजिक से उसको यूज कीजिए, एंड डेफिनेटली इट विल हेल्प यू टू ग्रो योर बिजनेस. So I've just simplified using technique logically. That is what technology means to me. I think that will be easier for us to understand what is technology. So अभी आपका जो सवाल था, meaning of a web. Web is www. That is World Wide Web. मतलब ये ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म है कि पूरी दुनिया अपनी मुट्ठी में आ गई हो. तो आपको एक हंगर होना चाहिए. It is very important to you inside your stomach to have a hunger. एक ड्रीम चाहिए कि मेरे को इधर पहुंचना है. आज मैं मेरे ही स्टेट में 5 दुकान लेके बैठा हूं, लेकिन मेरे को पूरा ग्लोब कवर करना है. अगर वो करना है, वो चाहत है आपकी, तो डेफिनेटली ओनली वे टू एक्सपैंड इज विद द हेल्प ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी. which is definitely available and now it's become a necessary. अभी का तो टाइम ऐसा है कि योर करंट कस्टमर को ही कैसे सर्विस करे वो एक बड़ा क्वेश्चन है, नए कस्टमर तो दूर की बात है. So definitely social media is very important platform. It is because of the reach. आपको कहीं पहुंचना है, your reach is important. आपने वेबसाइट तो बना दिया, ऐप बना दिया, लेकिन उसको पहुंचाए कैसे? There has to be a medium. A medium is what is very much important कि मैं उसको कैसे पब्लिसाइज करूं. मेरे पास डेटा होना चाहिए, वो डेटा को मैं कैसे रीच करूं. So that is why there are mediums like e-magazine हो गया, WhatsApp forwards हो गया, email हो गया, Instagram आज देख लो, Facebook देख लो. This is all very very much necessary now. आज के टाइम में लॉकडाउन में हर एक लोग मोबाइल दिन में 3 बार चार्ज करने लगा है. क्यों? कि 3-4 घंटे तो सोशल मीडिया पे हो. लेकिन जब लॉकडाउन खुलेगा तो आप लोग तो सब अपने काम में रहोगे, आपके पास 1 घंटा भी नहीं रहेगा. सो राइट नाउ इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टाइम कि आप ये सब चीज की प्लानिंग कर सको. जो अपने काम पेंडिंग है उसको लाइए, और दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि टेक्नोलॉजी के सपोर्ट से यू कैन ग्रो वेरी वेल एंड वेरी फास्ट. सो सोशल मीडिया इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट nowadays for a reach. So I think if you reach your customers, you show your product properly with a fantastic software, then I'm sure success is no too far for everybody.
I think यहाँ पे Mithun can actually throw more lights on social media जो effectively उन्होंने use किया है. Mithun, कुछ आप हमें इसके बारे में बता सकते हैं, especially the social media that you use to reach your audience, and how effectively have you managed to use it, and how essential is it? Because on one hand we are saying that you need to use technology, so you have your website, you have your e-commerce, but if the consumer is not going to land up there, then how is it going to be of any use? So आपने इसको कैसे effectively use किया? अगर आपका कुछ experience आप share करें.
Yeah. So using technology is to build a shop is like opening a shop. The difference between e-commerce and or an omni business and a retail store is that in a retail store, once you're open, there are hundreds of years of experience, 100 years of habit where customers will walk in automatically. If they see something open, they walk in, they're used to that, and they leave from there. As big as the World Wide Web is, there is also the chance of getting lost. Just because you opened a website doesn't mean it's your birthright that somebody will walk in. That's not going to happen. So that only happens when you're able to reach out to people. And social media is essentially the two, Facebook and Google control about 90% of the traffic and spends which come across to everybody in the jewelry category. I'm not a big fan of Amazon doing anything right now in India for that. I mean, they're still far away. They haven't cracked the jewelry business at all, nor has Flipkart, any one of them. At this point, we are all Amazon-proof categories. So I don't see a very large role unless you want to send gold coins or fashion jewelry, then you can be over there. Even for our silver brands, we find no traction over there at all. So building your own presence on these channels and having a targeted view to say that how many people can come from there to visit your website is a journey that everybody has to go through, irrespective of whether you are going to be a digitally heavy brand or a digitally light brand. It's a great place. If you think of the customer journey as a funnel, top of the funnel, जहाँ सबसे ज़्यादा लोग आपकी jewelry देखते हैं, at that point, marketing really helps.
Mithun, can you speak little closer because your voice is a little low.
Is it better now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So a digitally induced funnel is the order of the day. That is the single biggest change in the way we use technology, and we have to think about that, because we are not only competing with other jewelers or fellow jewelers, but we are also competing with other categories. And to do that effectively, it's very important that we are able to increase the top of the funnel by using these social mediums, where people at their home are able to build desire for whatever new design or new product or new category that we are trying to create as well. And now, depending on price point, the funnel will keep varying. Smaller values will sell online. Larger values, we have to induce them to walk into our store. I'll give you a small example of Blue Nile. When it started out, the $1,000 and below solitaires used to clearly say buy now. The expensive solitaires, they used to button chat now. So even the words they would use used to be different at that point. And the even more expensive solitaires would say, can we call you now? That was the difference between the approach they had for every single price point as well also. But the attraction was always the same. through search or through social.
But tell me, in terms of the price points, because it is said that at the moment, at least in India, जो भी हमारा e-commerce होता है, वो अभी तक average 10,000 के नीचे के goods जो बिकते हैं. Is that true? And what has been your experience? How large a value based piece have you sold?
See, I don't want to get into the outliers that we've sold. We've sold 2 crore rupee pieces as well also. But
Wow.
that's not the business. The business is
one-off.
where 90% of my or 80% of my transactions are. And as a brand, we focus largely at the 25,000 rupee price point. That's us. That's our sweet spot, and we focus on that. And we believe at that point, we will have a relatively higher success because jewelry stores, by and large, focus at 60,000 rupee price point. So that gap was available for us to enter and play out over there. But we see sufficient transactions at 50, 60,000 rupees. Everything under 1 lakh rupee, we see a lot of transactions.
Okay. So even at the B2B level, supposing I want to focus on 5 lakh plus, do you think this medium can actually work?
Actually, at B2B level, anything can work because the person who's buying it has a natural vision of what that product will be. Second, the product goes from point A to point B, and which means that the cost of logistics is also less. Even if you send it for an approval, it's not going to change your life too much as well also. We just haven't used technology well enough for B2B businesses. We keep questioning it currently and as well, why do vendors need to come to our office? I mean, they should just send it to us digitally itself.
Very, very nice.
That's true. That's very well put. Okay, I'll move on to the next question, and especially that is more from the perspective of the wholesalers. And Nirav, maybe you can actually help me here.
Sure.
My question is, in the present situation of social distancing, how can wholesalers improve their presence in the marketplace? You know, plain and simple. What do you think? इनको क्या करना चाहिए?
I think we have had last 5 years, if I assume, a wave of exhibitions. You know, there was a beautiful wave every month, 4 exhibitions, 5 exhibitions, left, right, and center. Everywhere the exhibitions are happening. So if a wholesaler is not exhibiting in an exhibition, they feel अरे exhibition में part नहीं लिया है तो फिर we are missing out the customer. मेरा customer दूसरे के पास चले जाएगा. या फिर the customer wants to buy 10 kilos तो वो क्या सोचेगा मेरे 4 vendor हैं उनके पास पहले जाऊं और नए vendor के लिए नहीं देखूं. This is a mindset of a buyer and a wholesaler. So everybody is spending money. I think wholesalers have a lot of money. जहाँ तक मेरा logic है कि even my retailers tell कि आप लोग कितने exhibition करते हो, हम लोग कहाँ जाए, कितनी जगह जा सके, एक ही सिटी में 2 exhibitions, कोई लेफ्ट में लगा कोई राइट में. How it is possible? जब उनकी भूख इतनी हो तो उतना ही वो खाएंगे, उससे ज्यादा नहीं खाएंगे. And wholesalers have two logic, like to exhibit. Either they want new customers or they want to satisfy their own customers. These are the only 2 needs what a wholesaler needs from an exhibition. But now what I feel from the time now, exhibitions are not going to happen for maybe another year. But we don't know how. If we get a medicine for COVID, definitely we'll be back on track. But now we can exhibit online also. I think the experts are looking for that kind of a platform.
Right.
That is one option. And definitely as a wholesaler, I will first try to satisfy my own existing customers because they are dependent on me from so many years. I cannot say a no to any customer कि मेरे को मैं माल आपको नहीं पहुंचा सकता हूँ. अगर मेरे customer को आज फोन आया कि भाई मेरे को 5 किलो माल भेजो, so I am due to respect his demand and I have to fulfill. I have to find the way out how to reach him. Or I will not hunt for a new customer right now post-COVID. मैं पहले सोचूंगा जो मेरे existing customer है मैं उनका satisfy करूं. That's what I think the wholesaler should move now. And for that, definitely technology will help you in nowadays. That's what my idea is. So we should satisfy the existing customer first.
प्रदीप जी, आपका क्या एक्सपीरियंस है इसमें? आप क्या सजेस्ट करेंगे? होलसेलर्स के लिए क्या हाउ शुड दे अप्रोच?
देखिए, एक यदि हम लोग देते हैं तो 3 पार्ट है हमारा. एक जेमस्टोन और अदर आर्टिकल होते हैं जो लग्जरियस में आता है. सेकंड डायमंड होता है. डायमंड में भी 2 कैटेगरी हो गई है. जैसा मिथुन जी ने बताया कि उनका 60,000 का एवरेज आ रहा है और नॉर्मल मार्केट का भी उन्होंने सेंटिमेंट दिया कि 1 लाख रुपए तक का एवरेज है. और सेम उसमें जो गोल्ड आता है, गोल्ड बहुत वाइड है और सबसे बड़ा जो आज 70% हमारी ज्वेलरी इंडस्ट्री की गोल्ड सप्लाई चेन है और उसको हमें दुरुस्त करना बहुत जरूरी है. और टिल अप टू टायर 4 टायर 5 सिटी का. तो मैं ये समझता हूँ कि टायर 4 टायर 5 सिटी को यदि हम लोग एक बेस बना के चलते हैं, तो उनके पास में क्या क्या लूप होल है. दे कांट इन्वेस्ट, उनके पास में लॉजिस्टिक नहीं है, उनके पास में बहुत सारी चीजें जो अवेलेबल नहीं है. वो सर्विस को प्रोवाइड करते हुए यदि डिजिटल कैटलॉग बनाते हैं, जो रिटेल B2B में जो डिजिटल कैटलॉग है, उसमें वो डिजिटल कैटलॉग जब भी उनका 15-20 दिन या महीने भर का एक टारगेट लाइन करके वो अपडेट करते हैं, तो उससे वो कस्टमर का ऑर्डर भी ले सकते हैं, साथ वो अपने प्रीवियस ऑर्डर भी दे सकते हैं. तो इस बहाने उनका जो कैटेगराइज जो है, जो रिपीटेड ऑर्डर है, जैसे आज मुझे मान लीजिए प्लेन गोल्ड का रानी हार चाहिए, लप्पा हार चाहिए, पर वो कलकत्ती में बना रहे हैं, तो वो एक कॉन्फ्लिक्ट होता है. तो जो ऑर्डर प्रोसेस है उनके लिए बहुत कन्वीनियंट है, तो उनको एक डिजिटल में इन्वेस्ट करना बहुत जरूरी है. जी,
इसमें आपने एक अच्छा पॉइंट बताया कि लॉजिस्टिक्स एक बहुत बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करेगा. तो यहाँ मैं हर्ष आपसे जानना चाहूंगा, यू हैव बीन इन द बिजनेस फॉर लॉन्ग इनफ नाउ, एंड आपको जो करंट सिचुएशन है इसमें लॉजिस्टिक्स का कितना इंपॉर्टेंट रोल रहेगा, and how can actually logistics really help all these wholesalers and in fact even retailers to do the business in future?
Yeah, Prasad ji, thank you so much. And I am glad that eventually the role of logistics has come into the webinar today.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, just to elaborate, first of all, thank you everybody, first of all, for having a logistics company which has literally become the backbone of every movement today in the country. That logistics is a very important part of the whole chain now. So just to elaborate, in fact, in this period, COVID-19 period, we realized these challenges would be faced and people would not want to travel. How Nirav mentioned about the exhibitions, that exhibitions may become a challenge, you know, collecting so many people at one place, the fear of having so many people at one place. These all challenges are going to be faced by the industry. So what we thought was that anyways, since logistics has that added advantage, we were open before most of the industries were open in this COVID period. So luckily what we thought of was that since we have a presence in almost 30-40 cities, I mean, we have our offices there, present there. And so we thought, how can we elaborate on this? So we thought since all these goods, probably we are working with more than 11,000 customers in the country today, being India's oldest logistics player today, more than 60-year-old. So we thought, why don't we take our relationship with the customer a little more deeper? So what we decided was that what we can do is that हम एक customer का माल anyways as a logistics हम हर city में लेके carry करके जाते ही हैं. Now at a critical time like this for everybody, जो सबसे important चीज़ है आज के डेट में वो ये है कि मैं अपना cost कैसे कम करूँ as a wholesaler. I don't want to move out. I mean, you know, I'm scared to move out today. I'm scared to send my people out. मैं अपनी cost को किस तरीके से minimize करूँ? ये हर ज्वेलर का आज सबसे बड़ा question यही है कि मैं अपनी cost को कैसे नीचे लेके आऊँ. We thought, why can't we get involved into this? So what we decided as a product was that once we're taking the products out for the customers, we will be making like a viewing room in all our offices. This product is almost finalized. हम आपका product को आपके end destination तक लेके जाएंगे हमारे viewing room में. वहाँ पे under all the security possible, under the CCTV cameras and everything, whatever is installed, with constant recording and a video call facility to the person, to the shipper जिसकी goods हैं, उनके साथ the consignee can directly talk about it. And so BVC will basically become the marketing agent for you. So you no more need to travel outside your offices. You can sit back at the luxury. You can sit back with the luxury of your office. You can just send the goods with BVC. You have the trust onto BVC. The goods out to BVC is not going to be a challenge, which since we are handling all the exhibitions for most of the customer here since years. So the inventory just needs to be moved out. Insurance and all other aspects are taken care of. So business never stops. The biggest challenge what everybody was facing now, will business come to a standstill because people are not going to travel? The purchasing teams of the retailers are not going to come in. So how are we going to do this? So whatever we have bounced off these ideas with a lot of bigger wholesalers and retailers, it's up till now been it's been a clear winner. So we are just on the final stages of designing this entire beautiful product. And I think this can be probably a game changer in the industry coming forward, because this drastically.
And how many cities are you planning to cover?
So to begin with, we may try to cover all the metros to begin with. So probably 8 to 10 cities to begin with. So most of your sectors are covered. And since we have a presence with most of the metros and mini metros, so going to the next part is not going to be difficult for us. So probably even if we are going to have even if we start from a Delhi, to take this down to a Chandigarh, to a Ludhiana, to a Jalandhar is not going to be difficult for us. It's a matter of, we already have the logistics presence there everywhere. So just to take it down to every corner is going to be very easy. So basically now nobody needs to feel that, okay, I'm a small jeweler, the demand of the retailer is going to be small. So even if I take like 10 kilos of goods, is it going to be viable for me to travel all the way, spend on exorbitant tickets, the way the tickets have been planned and everything, the pricing. So we are just trying to make it as simple as possible for our customers and make it as cost effective as possible.
But will it be for B2C as well?
Oh yes, we can do it for the B2C sector as well. So, I mean, since we are working exclusively for the likes of Flipkart, we are the exclusive partners for Flipkart as well. So we can take this down to the B2C model as well. We can bring a hand. In fact, we are in talk with one of the good marketplaces to develop something like this, where BVC will become the fronting partner to take it down to the B2C. So, I mean, the marketplace just does their role, and the rest, logistical support, everything from end to end is totally managed by BVC.
Maybe that's where again Mithun can talk about his experience.
Oh yes,
in terms of the logistics. Mithun, can you elaborate?
Sorry.
Yeah.
I can't see this clearly. Can you hear me?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. All right. Okay. I mean, very large role. Bad logistics basically kills the soul of the business, which is the repeat business. And, coming from what we've seen over the last 10 years, it's come a long way, but still a very, very long way to go as well also. If you were to compare to other categories, the logistics for jewelry is still quite far away in terms of quality of experience, in terms of service and everything else that we're able to provide. Because the customer gets a piece of jewelry at his house, and he expects that the jewelry's delivery should be definitely better than the cell phone's delivery or the toothbrush's delivery. But the reality is that Amazon does a better job even today than Blue Dart does for us. We haven't worked with BVC so on the consumer side delivery. That is still, I'm sure they have a large role to play. They can fix that part of it. But the reality is that experience is significantly better than before, but has a long, long way to go today as well also, including the cutoff times and everything else, which today you need to finish an order by 1 in the afternoon to be able to deliver next day morning. Whereas in Amazon, you can order till 7 p.m. at night for next day morning. Or whatever we do, people don't remember their anniversary is, too early, or their birthday is too early. So we are a late shopping country as such.
Correct. So that's still a challenge, huh?
Always, yeah.
Okay. यश, मैं ये सोच रहा था कि जो हमारे ये तीनों सेक्टर्स हैं, अब चाहे वो होलसेलर हो या ज्वेलरी मैन्युफैक्चरर हो, रिटेलर हो, इन सबके पास अपना एक एग्जिस्टिंग डेटाबेस है, कंज्यूमर्स का, कस्टमर्स का, क्लाइंट्स का. और लाइक नीरव ने बिल्कुल सही बोला कि अभी जो इमीडिएट स्टेप्स होंगे कि भैया जो एग्जिस्टिंग हमारे कस्टमर्स हैं या क्लाइंट्स हैं, उनको हम कैसे रीच करेंगे, कैसे उनको सर्विस देंगे. तो इसके लिए आप क्या सजेस्ट करेंगे? हाउ कैन दे रियली एक्सप्लोर दिस डेटाबेस दैट दे हैव, एंड हाउ डू दे एक्चुअली रीच दैम? क्या सजेशन आपका?
So on the technological standpoint, अगर हम लोग purely technology की बात करें, तो the marketing activity which we are talking about, when it comes to an existing set of data which we have, let it be for a manufacturer, a wholesaler, or a retailer on that particular perspective, there's a lot of data available with everyone. Again, hopefully ये जो data है, अभी structured data की हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं. We're not talking about unstructured data कि I have visiting cards of 20,000 people with me. That's something that's something which I am not suggesting, or I'm not talking about that kind of environment right now. I'm talking about an environment जहाँ पे हमारे पास structured data है. अब ये जो स्ट्रक्चर्ड डेटा की जब मैं बात कर रहा हूँ, तो ये स्ट्रक्चर्ड डेटा कैन बी यूटिलाइज्ड वेरी इफेक्टिवली बाय यूजिंग एनी फॉर्म ऑफ मार्केटिंग टेक्नोलॉजी. सो यू टॉकिंग अबाउट broadcasting relevant content to them, utilizing social media by targeting them particularly by by their email IDs or by their mobile numbers, if you have taken any of those details from the the customer themselves. Apart from that, आप जैसे ये सब जो टेक्नोलॉजी की हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं, let it be web, let it be applications, हम लोग जब specific customers के बारे में बात करते हैं, there's a lot of customer history जो हम लोग utilize कर सकते हैं based on the type of design they have selected, the type of range they like, the frequency at which they usually do their purchasing decisions. All of these criteria, if the data is mapped, technology like Jewelflow is available in the market where you can utilize your data, your existing CRM data, which you have either accumulated using an external third-party CRM or used Excels, used any form of structured data, data logging mechanism, so that all of this information is then translated onto your software, and you can use that software in the next step to market the new products which you have, to market the the inventory which you have or the design which you have. Now, as I said, I'm talking about purely on the technological point of view here. अभी हमारे existing customers, as I said, ये data one-time purchase data है versus multiple purchase data hai, recurring data hai. We would want to, majority manufacturers and wholesalers do not need to find a new customer. They already have worked with enough customers. If they continuously buy, if they're continuously servicing them well, they are good enough to do their business. They don't really need a new customer. But this existing data set which you have is not well followed up on. So using the technology medium, using all the different CRM technologies like Jewelflow, which we have a lot of follow-up techniques directly inside in Jewelflow, where you are doing drip marketing to understand and target your customers in such a way कि आप ना तो उसको ज्यादा इरिटेट कर रहे हो कि भाई ये मेरा प्रोडक्ट, एंड नाइदर आप उसको भूल जा रहे हो कि कस्टमर याद नहीं. अब कस्टमर अगर आपको याद नहीं कर रहा है तो आप भी कस्टमर को रिमाइंड नहीं कर रहे हो कि आई एम ऑल्सो प्रेजेंट एंड यू परचेज फ्रॉम मी अर्लियर. Apart from this, when we talk about these technologies, you're giving a customer a good experience. So that experience, that added on service, which is quite missing when it comes to the B2B trade. Exhibition में गए, metal मिला, सामने trade हुआ है, it is on a good wastage, on a good discount, I've purchased it, end of story. That is the first transaction which I'm talking about. A regular transaction, these all terms are only continuously in our mind. We're not talking about service. So now when it comes to a place where everything is, digital, service is going to be, one of the key factors, that how well have you presented your products? How well have you, shown your products to your customers? Whether your technology which you utilized, was it easy enough? Otherwise, there are, people will not be very, adaptive to the same. WhatsApp, imagine WhatsApp stops working now. Okay. Whatever we think about the jewelry industry ends. So, we are already dependent on it, but using the structured data which we have, okay, using technologies like Jewelflow, using other marketing mediums, like we've got email marketers, if people are using that, SMS marketing, a few WhatsApp broadcasts are also going on nowadays. All of these mediums, which is legitimate, illegitimate also, as I say, WhatsApp broadcasting, but when you do those, you're creating an impact in your customer's mind. And with all the website marketing and all the app marketing which you do, you're technically securing a place in your customer's phone, so that the reminders can happen in an automated way. If a customer has not visited you, from a long time, a lot of marketing activities are now automated, including social media. Right. So you don't have to have like that one person that, okay, am I always looking at the data? Kitna time pehle usne login kiya tha, kitna data dekha tha. So all of these things are now algorithmic based, where your past experience with your customer, the pattern which by working with that customers offline, can translate into an algorithm which is then functioning on its own. आपको पता है एक कस्टमर आपसे ये रेंज का माल लेता है, हर 15 दिन में लेगा, तो ये चीज सिस्टम में डालो, सिस्टम को उसके ऊपर और इवॉल्व होने दो. There's a lot of AI which then the system starts calculating. Starting day पे सिस्टम को कुछ भी नहीं पता है, आपको सब कुछ पता है. आप जब डालेंगे सिस्टम के अंदर के this is what my knowledge is, please analyze, people are interacting, that's when the system builds up.
बेसिकली कह रहे हैं जो आपके दिमाग में है वो चीज आपको सिस्टम में डालनी है पहले. Exactly. वो जब जैसे आपका दिमाग एनालाइज करता रहता है, which is like a business analysis that actually you're doing it.
Yes.
Which is what you leave it to the system, and system will automatically then start generating and servicing these clients.
It's a starting point. You know, if you don't allow a system to get a starting point, you know, it's as good as you're talking about like an opening balance. If you don't have an opening balance, your closing balances are never going to be matching as per your book, you know. So you need to put your opening balance onto the system, and then the system is nice and, you know, like advanced enough to then build upon it. So it auto cleans up itself based on your assumptions. Many times those assumptions are wrong, by the way. So you know, you never know. You feel that this is the requirement. ये चीज कभी एक particular person को नहीं चाहिए. I'm purely talking from the B2B perspective here. B2C is a very wide gamut of things again. B2B, when we're talking about a jeweler working with a jeweler, दोनों को पता है एक दूसरे का टेस्ट क्या है. मुझे ये मैन्युफैक्चरर के पास से क्या टाइप का ज्वेलरी मिलेगा, मुझे इस पर्टिकुलर रिटेलर को क्या टाइप का ज्वेलरी देना है. पेमेंट टर्म्स बोलो, यू नो, डिलीवरी टर्म्स बोलो, आपका यू नो प्रोडक्ट का रिक्वायरमेंट है, कैटेगरी रिक्वायरमेंट, ऑल ऑफ दैट इज क्लियर ऑन बोथ एंड्स. But many times the new designs which are coming up, that is where, you know, you need to keep showcasing it to people, and system analyzes it, but you need to give it an opening thought.
धनंजय, आप इसमें क्या सजेस्ट करोगे? जो मेरे पास अगर एग्जिस्टिंग डेटाबेस है, जो मेरे क्लाइंट्स हैं, उनको अब मुझे सर्विस करना है, तो व्हाट डू यू सजेस्ट? How can I use the technology? You're mute. I think you're on mute.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry, can you repeat your question, the last part?
No, so I was saying this, if I'm a wholesaler or a retailer or a manufacturer, and I have a lot of database of my consumers and my clients. अब मुझे उनको सर्विस करना है क्योंकि मैं ट्रैवल नहीं कर सकता, या सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग मुझे मेंटेन करनी है, या जो भी आज नया नॉर्मल है. So because of that, how do I, you know, use technology to reach them and, you know, use this effectively?
Absolutely. So I will say database is king. Database is key right now. Like a couple of panelists said, like Yash said some time ago, like even Mithun said, that first you need to, especially in this situation, address your existing clients. You already have a good enough client base. And so there is, you know, a twofold approach. First about servicing your own client, and then trying to go and get a bigger, you know, share in the market and a bigger piece of the pie by expanding the market. So yes, number one, you have to work with your database, and not just structured like Yash was talking about, even unstructured. So this is the time that you need to come together and look at all your database. And even if you're not using very high-end technology and CRM, because they are very simple, non-expensive CRMs available, but even if you're not going to go to that level, at least take a simple Excel out, take all your unstructured data, literally right from visiting cards to your phone book data, put it all together of all your customers, all the B2B partners that you all have met over the last couple of years, over exhibitions or in your retail store, wherever. So what's very, very key is you need to structure all this database and then start reaching out to them. Then whether you're doing them through SMS campaigns, through WhatsApp campaigns, of course, all your campaign and all your reach out needs to be done with some level of you know, decency, in the sense it can't become spamming and bombarding people with information, but it's purely more of a reach out, so people are aware that you are there, and you know, it becomes a top of the mind recall once you reach out to them, you know. So that is as far as, you know, I will say that your database is absolutely key. Structure your database, start reaching out to them in a very non-technical manner. Also you can do that, and technically a lot of CRM softwares are available today. उसमें अगर आप data डालेंगे, there is HubSpot and many other softwares that allow you to automatically do reminders, you know, in a timely basis, but in a non-bombarding basis. And coming back to B2C, and especially for people who are online, and I'm sure Mithun will second that, here database is absolutely key, because here, if you are B2C, if you're on e-commerce, if you already have a platform running, then you have database of people who bothered to come to your website, who bothered to make a purchase once. You've understood, you have the actual data of what they bought, what price point they bought. You might even have more data like their anniversaries and birthdays. So you have to use that database to do soft targeting and reach out to them. So yeah, so right from using, creating structured data in your Excel to using CRM, to using far more detailed analytics that e-commerce sites can have. You need to use all this database and reach out to your customers, whether B2B or B2C, so that you remain top of mind recall for your customers and at least service them. And again, I won't throw too much light in service them. So database ko reach out karo. Then servicing them, like we already discussed, could be your B2B portal, could be your login driven portals, could be your B2C portals that we've already covered earlier.
So actually what we are saying is at the B2B level, I mean, generally, there are two different strategies that people use. Either it's a horizontal growth or a vertical growth. Everybody says, both Yash, Dhananjay, and in fact, even Nirav mentioned, given the current scenario, at least at the B2B level, there has to be a vertical growth in the sense that with your existing clients, you need to have a further deeper penetration so that agar wo aaj aapse 1 crore ka maal kharid rahe hain, to kal se wo 2 crore ka kaise kharide? Rather than chasing new potential clients, because uska time aayega jab aayega. But abhi jo current scenario hai, usme it is better to go for the vertical growth. But here, Mithun, I would like to understand, and since you have a lot of experience with the B2C clients, because B2C it's always more of a horizontal growth, because generally once, at least the average in India, especially with diamond jewelry, is that once they have bought a piece of diamond jewelry, then they come back after 18 months, which is almost 1.5 years. So obviously at the B2C level, you need to have a horizontal growth where you are at any given point in time. I mean, on one hand, you do have a lot of existing data, which of course you will be chasing. So I'm not saying that you're not going to actually go for it. But जो horizontal growth अगर आपको करनी है और आपको नए potential clients लाने हैं, तो आपका क्या experience इसमें रहा है कि what are the different tools that you have used, both marketing tools and if there are any technical tools that you have used? I would like to elaborate on that.
So I'm not a very big fan of tools. It is something we've worked a lot with ideas more than tools as such, because when something becomes common, you can use tools to organize yourself, but you can't really use tools to as a differentiator in any which ways at all, because that's the purpose of a tool, that it kind of makes you common to everybody else. Everybody is doing the same thing. And so I'm not a very big fan of it, but it's worked for people. And I obviously don't have their data, but for us, it's not worked. So we don't do so much with tools. But you're right. For us, it's about 12 months because the ASP is lower. So the repeat behavior is that 12 months is where it is. We've been seeing it coming lower and lower. It started somewhere around 18, and we feel confident that we can bring it down to about 8 months. Wow. Because people do have more than one occasion. And when a jeweler decides that he wants to target a customer for 2 purchases in a year, it's far easier than actually sitting behind and saying that customer jab aayega to shopping ho jayegi. So those two fundamental things are, they're approach issues as such. Now, so somebody earlier was speaking about the approach as well, saying if you are really organized about the way you go about reaching out, that logic applies to B2C as well also. And if you think of every customer as one, so if N is equal to 1, and you have a plan for every single person, basis of whatever buckets you put it into, I think that multiplication of making sure that everybody has 2 ideas is not very difficult, especially in retail. I'll just give an example. And a typical store might have 10,000 customers in a year shopping. If you're thinking about a 50 crore business as such, if it's 10,000 customers, there is going to be about 4,000 who come multiple times and keep buying from you, 4,000 to 5,000. Those 5,000, you really know their birthday, their anniversary, their everything else like that. And there becomes enough reason and enough information that you can figure, and you know what kind of product they buy and what kind they don't like to buy as well. A curated way of reaching out to them using technology to organize yourself. And nothing beyond that is, I think, a very, very easy way of making sure that you're building on the existing customer base that we already have.
Okay. In terms of the marketing, is there anything specific that you have been doing to get new clients, new customers?
Our reach is large. One thing, we get somewhere close to 50 lakh people a month. So wow. Automatically at that reach, we're able to do that. So our top of the funnel is not a problem so much for us. Sorry, I'm not audible. So our top of the funnel is not so much of a problem for us. It's more a bottom of the funnel problem for us. And at that point, allowing more conversion tools is what we really focus on, because over a period of time, a sufficient amount of brand has been built and people are coming for that anyways also. So what we focus as tools is that can we push people lower down the funnel every single time? So first is where people will start visiting the website. Then can they start seeing one product or maybe two products as well? After seeing two products, can more people start doing an add to cart? If they're doing add to cart, can those people? So we are removing friction at every single aspect of the business. And that's how we focus ourselves. As a company, while we might have 100 people in technology, we don't overstress on saying that, technology changes the business. Technology enables the business. And that's but the idea comes from the same set of people who run the jewelry side of the business.
Great. Another question that comes to my mind is, and since I'm not a technical guy at all, तो मैं ये समझ सकता हूँ कि काफी सारे लोग डरते हैं इस टेक्नोलॉजी वर्ड से भी, और मतलब इसको हम कैसे यूज करें या कैसे इंटीग्रेट करें. एक तरफ आप हार्डवेयर की बात करते हो, दूसरी तरफ सॉफ्टवेयर की बातें करते हो, एप्स की बातें होती हैं या टूल्स की बातें होती हैं. तो मैं एज अ नॉन टेक्निकल गाय कुछ चाहता हूँ मेरे बिजनेस के लिए कि भैया मैं मैन्युफैक्चरर हूँ या होलसेलर हूँ या रिटेलर हूँ, तो ये क्या मैं सारी टेक्नोलॉजी इंटीग्रेट होके जैसे एक बटन ऑन किया तो if my electricity flows or my AC starts functioning, ऐसा कोई टेक्निक है जिससे ये सारे इंटीग्रेट हो सकें और मैं बस एक बटन ऑन करूं घर बैठे बैठे और मेरा बिजनेस शुरू हो जाए? Is there anything of that sort? Dhananjay, can you help me with this?
Unfortunately not. So technology is not confusing. Technology is not as intimidating as it seems to a lot of people. Having said that, it's obviously not just a switch of a button either. Right. And technology is not one size fits all. Technology, you'll have to adapt based on your business size, your business needs. आप B2B हैं, B2C हैं, किस business में हैं, आप कितना investment कर सकते हैं. So there is no one size fits all.
मतलब मैं धनंजय के बगैर काम नहीं कर पाऊंगा.
You could say that. So, but when you call Dhananjay then, or any IT company, so of course.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Basically, you need experts.
Simply put, technology will only enable your business. Finally, आपका जो business है, that is at the core of it. Okay, we are not talking about, let's not. So finally, what I'd like to say after all this conversation over the last 1 year is, let's not get too confused. Let's not get too intimidated.
Yeah.
You need to focus on your business. What you now just need to start thinking is, how do I use technology to grow my business? It's as simple as that. Now, whether you want to use that in making your processes better, sourcing, manufacturing, stock management, whether you want to make your customer service better in terms of communication, email marketing, SMS, WhatsApp, whatever other various means of marketing through social media you can do, or whether you want to start selling, whether to your B2B customers or B2C customers, obviously you need the right technology partner. It's very simple. Today, if I need jewelry, I have to go to a jeweler. Everyone can't be an expert in anything. That's why you need to go to the right software company or the right technology partner. He will do it. So you need to still focus on your core, but tell the right IT partner what is your challenge, and all various solutions are there today to be able to help you do that. So at the end of it, essentially what I'm saying is, focus on your jewelry business, find the right softwares or technology partner, which only enables you to take your business to the next level. But all of this, my last point, can be integrated right from your softwares to your customer data, to your e-commerce or B2B selling. All of this can be very simply integrated. In the beginning, it might seem or sound like a challenge, but a couple of months down the line, you'll be extremely comfortable with it. It's anything new, we take time to use.
So Yash, what Dhananjay has been talking about with this integration of all these technology, how easy will that be? And can it be further customized? I'm sure it will have to be customized, क्योंकि हो सकता है मेरे requirements कुछ अलग हों किसी और के हिसाब से. तो again, जैसे धनंजय ने पहले भी बताया था कि it's not a rocket science, it's not time consuming, and it's not very expensive. Would you say that? Is that something which is in line with?
I completely agree with what Dhananjay is saying. So it's not rocket science. It's 100% possible, but it's not a switch of a button. So it's something where everyone needs to know that the different softwares which you're using, all of those softwares have their own language. It's as good as saying that I'm talking in English and people are demanding Hindi. Okay. अब मेरा जो बोलने का जो कंटेंट है वो कंटेंट सेम है, मैं इंग्लिश में बोलूं या हिंदी में बोलूं, वो कंटेंट एक ही है. अब ये जो इंटरप्रिटेशन है फ्रॉम इंग्लिश टू हिंदी, this interpretation needs to be made. In the technical term, we call it API. All right. So there's an API which needs to be generated or a middleware which needs to be generated. जो ये दो अलग-अलग languages को समझेगा, दो अलग-अलग data points को समझेगा, दो अलग-अलग softwares में से data इधर से उधर transfer करेगा. Now, how easy is it to do it? Okay, it's quite easy technically, but it's quite difficult when you create a logic flow for it. मतलब अगर आज आपका requirement जो है वो उस requirement के हिसाब से अगर बात करें तो it's quite easy. But as the requirement evolves, this needs to be also evolving. You can't say आज मैंने कर दिया मेहनत और it's going to be working for a very, very long time. This is something which happens on a very, 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 on a continuous progress basis, where you are constantly evolving the technology which you have adopted. And for that, as Dhananjay said, and even I would back that particular point, you need to be working with the right partner or a technology partner, okay, who understands your vision, who understands, your business. And you, as I said, you need to, as Dhananjay said, you need to focus on jewelry and technology, something jo dusra aapka technology partner handle karega. But you need a technology partner who understands jewelry. Technology in any other industry versus technology in jewelry industry is very different. The people who are using technology in the jewelry industry and the people who are using technology in any other industry is also very different. The challenges are different. The secrecy is different, and a lot of things in terms of finance is very different. Yeah. So all of those parts taken all together, you need to make sure that everything, it's technology, if not used right, can be a drastic, disaster and cause more troubles to you than returns. But I'm not trying to scare people here, but the only thing is that you need a right partner who can identify, as a jeweler's perspective as well, and not just from the technological perspective. So that's my take on that.
Okay. My final question, actually, before I throw it open to the audience, Nirav and maybe Pradeep ji, आप भी उसमें कुछ highlight कर सकते हैं कि हमारी इंडस्ट्री में टेक्नोलॉजी से बड़ा डर लगता है. अब ये डर क्यों है? Why is there so much of a fear? और जो भी ये डर है, इसको हम कैसे निकाल सकते हैं अपने दिमाग से? तो आप इसमें क्या सजेस्ट करोगे? क्या ये डर क्यों है? नीरव, I would like to understand from you.
Thank you for the question. Firstly, fear is something which is within you. You need to win over it. There's a saying like, if you say welcome to fear, it grows. So you should not welcome it. Don't worry about it. There are solutions. If fear is there, solution is there. And now fear is what? Because people think it is expensive. But definitely that now the time has come where, technology will be not that expensive like before. But you have to choose.
नहीं, fear हमारी इंडस्ट्री का थोड़ा अलग है. एक तो ठीक है, कॉस्ट तो ठीक है, लोग मैनेज कर लेंगे, लेकिन मेरा डिजाइन कॉपी हो जाएगा, मेरा जो डेटा है, मेरे जो कॉन्फिडेंशियल इंफॉर्मेशन है, वो कहीं कॉपी हो जाएगी, किसी सर्वर पे चली जाएंगी, आईटी डिपार्टमेंट को चली जाएंगी, कुछ हो जाएगा. तो ये जो एक है, इसका ये मतलब मेरे हिसाब से बिल्कुल बेकार का डर है. इट इज ऑल अंडर कंट्रोल एंड इट कैन बी ऑलवेज मैनेज्ड. But nonetheless, since you are the technical people, you can throw more light कि ये दिमाग से कैसे लोगों के निकाल दें कि ये सब कंट्रोलेबल है. ये कहीं आपका अगर डेटा है तो आपके पास ही रहने वाला है, किसी और के पास जाने वाला नहीं है. भले वो आपके डिजाइन हो, भले आपकी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्रोसेस हो, भले आपका फाइनेंशियल कंट्रोल हो.
सर, आपने जैसे डेटा बोला, डेटाबेस जो है, इट्स एन एसेट ऑफ एवरी बिजनेसमैन एंड एवरीबडी हैज 24 hours. For the data, I have made a simple formula. One is you need to divide your data. Then you need to choose your data, then use your data to reach, and then you can earn. I'll just repeat. It is like divide your data, then you choose your data, then you use it, you reach via the data, and then you can earn. So if you have the hunger, कि आपको आगे बढ़ना ही है, फिर ये सब जो आप प्रॉब्लम बोले, ये सब fear बोला, IT डिपार्टमेंट, डिजाइन कॉपी, वो सब it's a very small thing. और I will be proud कि अगर मेरी कोई डिजाइन कॉपी करता है, that means I've done something good. मैंने अच्छा कोई काम करता है तो ही कोई कॉपी करता है. करने दो कॉपी. वी आर रेडी फॉर नेक्स्ट 3 years. हमारे पास तो और डिजाइन है. अपने कोई अच्छी चीज क्रिएट की है तो ही कोई कॉपी करता है. नाइकी ने अच्छा शूज बनाया है तो उसका डुप्लीकेट हो रहा है बिकॉज नाइकी ने अच्छा बनाया है. सो वी शुड बी प्राउड ऑफ आवरसेल्व्स एंड वी शुड टेक इट द पॉजिटिव वे कि नहीं, ये कोई फियर नहीं है. बट इफ वी वांट टू ग्रो, वी हैव टू रीच द वर्ल्ड. That is what your target should be. And only way to reach the world and capture your reach is via technology. On that basis and ground, I have also launched my e-magazine. via which I have a database around 1.5 lakh jewelers. So in which I give opportunity to everybody that I will make you reach. आप अपना software ready कर लो, आपका system ready कर लो, but you need to reach. So that was my basic idea, to make all people reach. So I come up with a new e-magazine, so which launches and reaches to people on a daily basis. It's not one time. You can have it lifelong with you. So that's what we're launching next Sunday on that. So my idea is that fear is small for the gain what you are gaining, you know, if you use the technology in the right manner, as Yash said.
प्रदीप जी, आपका क्या एक्सपीरियंस रहा है? आपने कैसे ये जो दिमाग में हवा होता है कि भैया मैं क्या कहाँ कौन सी फील्ड में जा रहा हूँ, तो वो आपको मतलब आपने कैसे फियर निकाला अपने दिमाग से?
बहुत सिंप्लीफाइड है कि एक ज्वेलरी स्टोर आप ओपन करते हैं तो सेम हम यही प्रोसेस से गुजरते हैं. तो जैसा मिथुन जी ने कहा था कि भी एक ज्वेलरी स्टोर जैसा आपको एक्ट करना पड़ेगा. तो एक तो उसमें आता है कि भाई आपने कहा स्विच ऑन, तो देखिए बगैर एग्जाम के तो कोई सर्टिफिकेट नहीं मिलता है. तो यू हैव टू रीड एंड पास आउट. और सेकंड थिंग है कि एक मेरा सजेशन है कि जब भी एक रिटेलर या होलसेलर है तो एक अच्छा आईटी पर्सन करिए. और जैसा बताया कि प्रसाद जी अपना यश जी और जो है उनसे यदि हम लोग कोई भी प्रोडक्ट बाय करते हैं और हमको हमारा जो वर्किंग आवर है उसमें 1 घंटा जरूर देना है. 1 घंटा कंपल्सरी देना है. हफ्ते के 5 घंटे 7 घंटे आपको देना है. इट इज वेरी सिंपल. आपके जितने थॉट्स है प्रोसेस है आप उसको क्लियर कर सकते हैं. वो मिडिल मैन है, वो आपका सिंगल कम्युनिकेट करके जो आप चाहेंगे वो एग्जीक्यूट करके देगा. और सेकेंड थिंग, एक बहुत अच्छी कहावत है कि यू हैव टू चेंज योर हैबिट. यदि आपको अच्छी वर्क करना है तो आपको अच्छे हैबिट लाने हैं और आपकी पुरानी हैबिट को चेंज करना है. वो पासवर्ड होता है, वो एक सिक्योर्ड है, उसमें आपका सीसीटीवी कैमरे से कवर है, आप सोच सकते हैं पर उसको बहुत रिजॉल्व कर सकते हैं. तो पासवर्ड एक की है, वो आपका बहुत बड़ा है कि जो आपके शोरूम मंगल करने के बाद में जो चाबी आपके पास रहती है या जो ऑथोराइज पर्सन की चाबी रहती है तो वो एक प्रकार से चाबी आपके कंट्रोल में, तो आपको घबराने की जरूरत नहीं.
जी, थैंक यू वेरी मच. आई थिंक जो कंक्लूजन इस पूरे हमारे अभी तक के डिस्कशन में ये है कि फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल टेक्नोलॉजी कोई घबराने की चीज नहीं है. इट इज समथिंग व्हिच इज वेरी मच अंडर योर ओन कंट्रोल. तो जिस ढंग से आप उस टेक्नोलॉजी को यूज करेंगे वो उस ढंग से आपको उतना ही एनालिसिस करके देगी व्हिच विल बी गुड फॉर योर बिजनेस टू ग्रो. क्योंकि अगर हम सबको आज ग्रो करना है, वेदर इट्स अ वर्टिकल ग्रोथ या हॉरिजॉन्टल ग्रोथ, द फैक्ट रिमेन्स कि टेक्नोलॉजी का यूज हमें करना जरूरी है. पॉइंट नंबर 2 इज कि इट इज नॉट वेरी एक्सपेंसिव, सो कोई उसमें ऐसे डरने की बात नहीं है. और जो बहुत बड़ा पॉइंट ये है कि इट इज नॉट वेरी टाइम कंज्यूमिंग. तो अगर आपको लगता है कि भैया आज मैं शुरू करूंगा तो 6 महीने लग जाएंगे, वो ऐसी बात बिल्कुल नहीं है. इनफैक्ट दिस इज द राइट टाइम टू यूज दिस टाइम इफेक्टिवली टू डेवलप योर टेक्नोलॉजी सो इफेक्टिवली कि अगर 15 दिन बाद में भी आपके शोरूम्स या ऑफिसेस खुल जाते हैं तो यू आर रेडी विद योर टेक्नोलॉजी एंड एक्चुअली ऑल सेट टू grow your business. So over to you, Sayam, if there are questions from the audience and they would like to ask any specific analysis.
Yeah, Prasad, Mr. Vinod Haigrib wants to ask a question to Mithun. Vinodji, I have unmuted you. You can go ahead.
Yeah, Mithun. Hi, Mithun. You're always a very interesting person to listen to, whether I meet you in the airport or we meet across the table. Mithun, if in a very short way, is there a way to summarize the important things that you did in the first 5 to 6 years of your online business? What were the key factors of success of CaratLane in the first 5-6 years of your CaratLane?
Thank you, sir, for all the compliments. And yes, I look forward to seeing you every single time. And I must tell you that your live application on video is very, very nice. It's even better than mine. So it's come across very well. Talking about the first 5-6 years, I think actually it was very early and there was no infrastructure. And so a lot of time went in building infrastructure. We were lucky that we could pay for all those mistakes for being a VC funded company. But if I have to think about what really worked for us, I think the core of it was that we were a jewelry company and really focused on jewelry. We always made sure that at that point was about the two categories we had gone after, solitaires. How do we be the strongest at that point? And the second one was everyday jewelry. And how do we really find our own niche in this very large jewelry business? So it was very clear to us that while the category might be a 2.5 lakh crore category and there were many people who were playing horizontally, for us, we were going to play first in the solitaire business, which is a 4,000 crore category. Then we added the everyday wear jewelry, which is another 6,000 crore category. And now we've added the 40 to 80,000 rupee, which is another 20,000 crore category. So we just focused on that area and kept on building category by category. Other thing we realized early enough is that the cost of marketing is so heavy online that it's very difficult for us to run a gold jewelry business till we don't have sufficient transactions going on with our existing customers. It doesn't pay for itself to run a gold jewelry business right from start on this. And so we stayed away from those categories, and that helped us really bump up our margin and pay for what we are building as well. We also realized that while there was deep desire for people to buy jewelry online, discover jewelry, like see designs and do everything else, the fear of buying without seeing or without touching was real. And so from 2011 onwards, we were also building an omni strategy, which was building out the stores and subsequently try at home as well also. So just listening to everything which was happening on our funnel at the consumer level and then reacting to that so that would make our business happen and make our business grow. That's really in a nutshell what we were focused on doing as well. Because we knew that once we get that piece right, then the inventory turn and the margin are reasonably good, that it will take care of itself and make a profitable business in a long run.
Thanks, Mithun. Thanks. Wonderful.
Hemant Bhai wants to ask a question. Hemant Bhai, over to you.
Thank you. Guys, that was a fantastic and a very, very knowledgeable session. I am actually not a techie. I am more of a marketing strategy and innovation consultant. What I would like to point out, and that is something that every listener should also understand, and that's how I do it with, I'm actually consulting for a retail organization, which has got about 500 members who are in a similar space like us. What I keep telling them is that don't get scared of technology. Actually, it is like how you moved from a Bhuleshwar shop to an opera house shop and then to a shop in a mall. You are just changing your retail premise. At every stage, what you need to do to stay ahead of the game is still proper marketing, build a vision, and push yourself to differentiate yourself from the others. Would any of you, especially Mithun, would you like to comment on this? Because this is the stand I take with them. That you're just going from one, like it's, when you moved from an opera house shop to a shop in a mall, a lot of factors changed. You didn't need the kind of security you need at a private shop. Your product had to be different. The kind of footfalls were different. You're just moving from one place to another when you use technology. And at the end of the day, my belief is that digitalization is not about technology. It's about building that attitude.
Sure.
So, I would like to comment on that. Mithun, please.
Actually, I agree with you. And I think like people move places, it happens that a consumer decides ultimately what is the right way. And in the jewelry industry, let me take a parallel to another industry, the audio industry. If you recollect, there was a time, for a very long time, we had audio cassettes, which we're listening to. I'm not going to days before that because it's a little before my time.
No vinyls.
Yeah. So the audio cassettes were there at that point. The audio cassettes had a very long life and people enjoyed those and they really thrived on that. That is equal to the Bhuleshwar business that you referred to. A very, very strong business, strong foundation, went on very well. The consumer after that, for a very short period in between, moved to something called LPs. Actually, CDs came before that. And we moved on to CDs. And then in between, there was a very short LDs, laser discs, which had come, which claimed to have a better sound quality or something. That LD, but didn't last long. And very soon we moved on into iPods and digital forms of music as well also. digital is like what stayed in Bhuleshwar for a very long time, which was the cassettes. There are transient things that happen in between, which was the LDs or the CDs that happened in between as well. They are very short life. Malls are like that. People moved on to malls in the last few years and they are transient. I don't think they have made money for anybody. And I don't think in the long run, at least the brands that I...
Oh. I think Avinash is gone off. Mithun.
No, Mithun, I think Mithun is not there. Now, one question of mine, which has come on the chat. Can somebody elaborate a little bit on the virtual exhibition, what you have talked about for the B2B?
Right. So, we're building this system, which will allow complete virtual exhibitions. So essentially, obviously, given the current scenario, physical exhibitions definitely in the year of 2020 are not going to happen, and hopefully will slowly revive in 2021. Of course, if there's a vaccine, then immediately things can get back to normal. But the need of the hour, and frankly, that is something that even we as a company have been talking to various jewelry bodies for the last 6 years. Literally, we've been talking about virtual exhibitions, and no one has really paid heed until now, obviously. So virtual exhibition is becoming reality. You're going to very, very soon start seeing this, in actual play, where all the exhibitors would be able to register, and they'll have full control on the inventory that they want to show over there. They will be able to upload all their data over there. Visitors, like they do, especially in jewelry shows, entire KYC will be vetted, and only authorized visitors can then get access, because we don't have, unlike gifting or apparel industry, the people that come to our trade shows, especially B2B shows, need to be vetted so that we know that, what is, who's the person, where are they coming from. So again, exhibitors will have a panel where they can manage the entire e-store or the online exhibition area. Visitors will have the entire done. They will be able to come there. Rather, this is going to, I think, in the long run, really benefit the entire industry, because obviously offline exhibition has very high costs, both for the organizer as well as for the exhibitor, and that is going to come down very, very significantly as soon as we go online. So you don't have challenges of the cost, you don't have limitations of the time, of the number of days, you don't have the geographic limitations which have been there, and essentially, even for the visitors, it's not so much about traveling and going from one city to the other. So, and online exhibition is going to give all these exhibitors a lot more database, which they were not getting. So they will know literally all the visitors who are visiting their online exhibition or online stall. They will know what products are being seen. And in the online exhibition space, technology is really going to combine to make it much better, where you will be able to do a very secure one-to-one video conferencing. And another thing that we are introducing in the video conferencing is a 2-camera approach. So typically in an exhibition, people are meeting face to face plus showcasing the product. So that actual showcasing of product is very critical. So we are coming up with a 2-camera approach, where you're going to have a face to face meeting with the person, and you have a second camera which is focusing on the product, because that is where, in a very high definition manner, you want to showcase your product, whether it's gemstones, loose stone, jewelry. You'll be able to show that to your customer base. So virtual exhibition, is not a far-fetched reality anymore. It's something that everyone's gonna start seeing very soon, and I think it will be very impactful. Plus, there'll be a lot of data points and reporting that you'll get, which actually you weren't getting in the B2B or mobile. I hope I was audible.
I think we are running short of time.
There's one person, Avinash ji, name of Mahavir Jain. He's already using.
Okay, I have unmuted Mahavir Jain.
Yeah, he's using 12 years. He's using the softwares in the Bazaar. He wants to ask a question.
Yeah, please.
Hi. My question will be to Yash and Dhananjay. So I've been using this software since the last 12 years. So all my backend and everything has been maintained on the software. So I see people don't come on food because they are not customer friendly as WhatsApp to the WhatsApp and people can use it very regularly. So Yash and Dhananjay, if you can answer me to this.
So you cracked a little in between. So are you saying that the apps are usually not as user friendly as WhatsApp? Is that what your question
Yeah,
was?
that's what I wanted to ask. Basically,
Yes,
because I have an app since the last 10 years and people don't come on the app very regularly as they find it's not consumed. So how easy it is to get it through WhatsApp so that people can come on it very easily?
As long as you're not worried about your designs getting copied, because technically WhatsApp, you are sending pictures to your customers directly, because that's the only way WhatsApp can help you in doing business. So as long as if you're not worried about sharing your pictures directly with the customers, then yes, WhatsApp is a mechanism where your backends can be linked in direct ways with WhatsApp, where you can shoot and market your data bank, whichever product data bank which you have, directly via WhatsApp. But as WhatsApp versus an app, it's actually two different use cases completely. An app is more of marketing. It's more of your secrecy of products. You're talking about selection criteria. WhatsApp on the other hand is a lot more open way of doing business. You're technically opened up your design bank for people to do whatever you want with it. So yes, WhatsApp can be used very effectively for customers who you trust and you 100% know that you don't mind giving them your entire design bank or sharing pictures directly. But otherwise, the application comes to point there. But you can use WhatsApp very effectively to market your app.
So basically, even when we give the login credentials to your customers, obviously he's a trusted customer. And as Nirav Bhai also said, that our designs, if somebody copies, we feel proud of it, that we created something very good out of. So we think that if it is more consumer friendly, things will, customers will try coming online more and more. And the funda of getting customers to online rather than getting them to visit our offices will be boosted, I think, according to this.
I think according to me, what you should try is, you should try like a 50-50% approach, that you can try teasing them on WhatsApp and luring them to your app, so that you're not exactly, you're not exactly risking your, a lot of data. Because yes, I understand that it's good that your data is copied, but you don't want your entire data to be copied, right? So, so you can allure them using WhatsApp and these mechanisms where you're, kind of creating a pull from, them, that they're interested to see a little bit more in your app, and then move down to app.
Is it possible somehow to link it? Is it possible?
Mahavir, let us not go into a lot deeper because it's already 3:45. I think you can talk to them one-on-one. That will be better.
I have just one suggestion. If you guys allow me 30 seconds. Yeah. I think we cannot change intentions, right? So we should not doubt on people's intentions to copy. But there should be one place in a market where as a retailer, he will not download 300 applications of different vendors. Let's say a retailer is having 300 vendors. He will not download and learn 300 apps. That is why he's comfortable with WhatsApp, because everybody knows WhatsApp. So the software team should make such one portal, one system to be followed by the entire industry. This is my suggestion. Maybe you can find a solution in this, which will be with OTP secured. Maybe it's a one-time OTP, permanent OTP, or a 1 hour OTP. एक ही पोर्टल बनाइए जिसके ऊपर सब ज्वेलर आ जाए, जहां पर रिटेलर भी हो और हर होलसेलर का ऐप रहे. Just a suggestion.
Yes, let's talk after this and make that one.
Done. Over to you, Ashok Bhai.
Yeah. I think we have had a wonderful session today.
Yes.
And technology is a very favorite subject of mine, and I have been into software operations right from 1983-84 when everything was on BASIC. So I have enjoyed the whole this whole time of technology, and the way things are going now and the speed at which things are going now are simply amazing. I think we have discussed just about how a jeweler needs to start when he has nothing on hand, and how he can get down to first getting his business in a systematic manner with the good software. Then start thinking about getting up a good website done, then start getting up into social media, then start having sales happening on his website, and then getting into a larger omni-channel of selling and understanding the whole element of how actually technology can really build you and your businesses. One thing is for sure, that without technology, it is like sitting in a horse cart. Only thing is you will reach your destination, only it will take you a lot of time. And when you are getting on a technological path, you are sitting in a race car, and only thing is that you have to make sure you can drive it well, and you don't get into any complications or accidents. And it is only your skills of driving will actually make you reach in the right way possible with your best comfort levels also. I think all the insights given by Mithun about CaratLane, about his own self, about the way he has done business and how he has seen the whole thing grow, absolute eye openers for all of us. And I think the whole element of scare, which was put up by Prasad, was something which, yes, it is in the back of everyone's mind. मेरे पास रहेगा या मेरा और किसी के हाथ में चले जाएगा, ये डर जो है लोगों के दिल से निकल जाना चाहिए. और आई थिंक थोड़ा सा बड़े दिमाग से, बड़े दिल से अगर इस मैटर को हाथ में लेंगे तो 100% सक्सेस मिलने की बहुत गुंजाइश है. मैं इसी बात पे मैं सारे पैनल का तहे दिल से शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ. धनंजय, आपने हमको समझाया है.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yash, your inputs have been extremely helpful.
Thank you, sir.
Harsh, as usual, you are going to challenge the entire industry, and I think सारी दुनिया मुट्ठी में लेने का प्लान बना रहे हो.
Thank you, sir.
लेकिन I know मजा आएगा उसमें भी. Mithun, you have always been an inspirer, and it's a great pleasure talking to you always. Yash, you have been great. You are great with all your insight. Niravji, you are also very, very good in your talks. And Pradeep Kothari ji को मैं ज़्यादा नहीं बताऊंगा, हमारी रेगुलर बातचीत होती भी रहती है. ये छोटे पैकेज में बहुत बड़ा पावरफुल गन है ये, एंड ये भंडार है ज्ञान का, और इनके पास बहुत सिस्टम है, दिमाग में काम करने की इच्छा भी बहुत है, और बहुत अच्छी तरह एक बात को उलझाने में हेल्प करते हैं, सुलझाने में, नॉट उलझाने में. Many thanks to Prasad Kapre, my dear friend, for a long time, and I am extremely thankful, Prasad, for you moderating this webinar in a very, very graceful manner and a very informative way. Getting information out of all these people is a tough job, I can imagine, and I'm extremely thankful to you for this. I would like to inform you all on the 26th of May, we have another very interesting webinar happening, and this is happening on MSME, the game changer. ये पूरी इंडस्ट्री को MSME का जो आज गवर्नमेंट ने जो बेनिफिट्स दिए हैं, वो इस इंडस्ट्री को टोटली कैसे चेंज कर सकता है, और इसमें इंडस्ट्री उसका किस तरह से फायदा उठा सकती है, फ्रॉम द स्मॉलेस्ट ऑफ द स्मॉलेस्ट रिटेलर से लेके द लार्जेस्ट मैन्युफैक्चरर, लार्जेस्ट होलसेलर या लार्जेस्ट रिटेलर भी MSME सेक्टर के अंदर से इसका फायदा उठा सकता है. तो हम सब 2 बजे मिलते हैं 26 तारीख को. Till then, have a lovely day and wish you the very best.
Sir, I just have a last line to say. If you don't move with time, time will come when you will have to move away.
Absolutely, you're right. Absolutely right.
So I think we should move with time now. All the best.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
the very best.
everybody.
And thank you to all the people who visited us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You are not going ahead, else we'll go ahead. Go ahead.
हाँ नितिन भाई, वन लाइनर के राजा हमारे नितिन भाई है. मेरा भाई वन लाइन आपने बोल दी.
क्या बात है,
हमारे नितिन भाई है.
नितिन भाई is always the king.
If you are not going ahead, else will go ahead. Better you go ahead.
Everyone else will go ahead.
Definitely. सर वो अभी इंडिया में होता है ना, ट्रैफिक सिग्नल जैसे सिग्नल चालू ही नहीं हुआ, अपन सब आगे आगे थोड़ा थोड़ा बढ़ते हैं. That's a good motivation.
Yes.
अभी कौन सिग्नल तोड़ता है वो इम्पोर्टेंट है.
Have a great time, everybody.
Thank you, sir. All the very best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pradeep.